Hi there, I'm Miss Laura with the Wichita Falls Arts Council, and today we are going to create our own imaginary maps. So I made one earlier, and as you can see, I'm using a bunch of different colors that we typically wouldn't see if we were to look on Google Maps or at a paper map. My roads are orange, I have houses in all kinds of different colors. All of these trees are red and pink. Oh, there's one green one. So because they are imaginary, we get to choose what we want to put on our map, what kind of buildings or parks or any kind of landscape that we want to put on our map. That's totally up to us. And so I started by laying down some roads, and I used these pre-cut paper strips to do that. These orange ones here. And then I started cutting out little rectangles to make the houses, and I put them in between all of the roads. And then I cut out these little puffball things here, and these are trees and shrubs, because we're thinking about what things would maybe look like if we were looking from the top down. So if we were in the sky like a bird and we were looking down at something, if we were looking down at a tree, we wouldn't see the trunk because it's hiding underneath the canopy of the tree. We would just see the top, which is why they look like little blobs. We have a little swimming pool here. So we're all going to start by putting down our roads first, and then you can fill in your maps with any kinds of buildings or natural things that you'd like to put in. Okay. So this one's more of the same. I have a white background, some yellow roads, some water areas, some lakes and ponds, and then some more buildings. There's a lot of open spaces too, and then tons of pink and red trees. Okay. So I'm going to start with a full sheet of paper. I'm going to start with this pink sheet because, again, imaginary, we can use whatever colors we want. And I have these purple strips. And I like to start by cutting a strip in half. And just placing it somewhere on my paper. So I have a glue stick here. I'm going to apply glue to one side of my strip and then just place it somewhere on my full sheet of paper. So now I have my first road, and I'm going to cut and glue some more of this strip until I have enough roads in my map to give it some infrastructure. I can keep some of these pieces intact by putting down the whole thing if I want to, and it could be a very long road. I might do that here. We can have the roads fork and going off in two different directions. Diagonally across. Okay. Some really short roads. I just like to make sure that my roads are connected in some way. I'll probably leave a big open area for a park too. Okay, so I have a ton of roads on my map right now. Now I need to fill in with buildings and houses, and I can do that really easily by just cutting out small rectangles. So I'm using a bunch of scrap paper to make all of my buildings and trees. Cutting a little rectangle. So now I have a house or an office building, and I can just plop that down on this pink area in between my roads. So I can either develop one block at a time or just have little buildings just pop up all over and move around my page as I do it. I am going to do a big lake. I'm going to do that in, find a color here. I'm going to do a big red lake. Actually, that's not going to show too well. Yellow here, I'll do a big yellow lake. So I've added a few blue trees, one over by my lake. Might add a little more later, but I'm basically done.